Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my bottom review. Of course, this is my bottom review. So, from the fights that took place last night at the Copper Bots Arena, and the fights that took place obviously earlier this morning over in America. So, let's get straight into it. Starting off then with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson retaining his WBC world lightweight title. Shakur Stevenson defeating Atem Hawatin on points to retain his WBC lightweight title. Shakur Stevenson, this was his last fight with Top One. He will now become a free agent. There's obviously big rumours of Shakur Stevenson potentially signing with Eddie Hearn at Matchroom, which for me would be the right move for Shakur Stevenson, is to go to Matchroom, in my opinion, because I think Eddie Hearn, as much we can all say about Eddie Hearn, he does care about his fighters, and he does care about having big fights, and Shakur Stevenson, this would be the right move in the right direction for him. In terms of what's next for Shakur Stevenson, look, in terms of performance of Shakur Stevenson, look, there's going to be a lot of people criticising Shakur Stevenson for not knocking out his opponent. But read the script. I swear to God, I need to say this to a few people. Read the script of Shakur Stevenson. I'm the one defending Shakur Stevenson. He is a boxer. He is not a punter. He's a boxer. He's capable. Definitely capable of knocking people out. Definitely. But give it a rest. Seriously, give it a rest with the criticism. I understand there's been a lot of hype about Shakur Stevenson. There's probably been a lot of hype saying, oh, but then he should be knocking people out. Well, this is bottom fans for you. This is bottom fans for you. They're all fickle. They're just all fickle at the moment. If you win by knockout, oh, but it was an easy opponent. It was an easy opponent to knock out. You can't win. You can't win in boxing. You can't win. You can't win with boxing fans. If you knock someone out, you should be knocking him out. If you win on points, oh, it's embarrassing only winning on points. You can't win. You can't win in boxing. And for me, I don't think Shakur Stevenson deserves this criticism at all. He's getting the job done. He won comfortably. The way Shakur Stevenson boxes, he boxes like you land first and don't get hit. That simple. That's how Shakur boxes. You hit and don't get hit. That's the way he boxes, Shakur Stevenson. But yeah, it's going to be hard. In terms of what's next for Shakur Stevenson, I think it'll be another opponent that he'll be expected to beat. Maybe a Frank Martin next for Shakur Stevenson. Maybe a fight like that. Because I think Eddie Hearn will give him a big fight, in my opinion. A credible opponent as well. A credible opponent, in my opinion. So I would put Shakur Stevenson in against Frank Martin next. That's what I would do next for Shakur Stevenson. But yeah, I think it's very harsh that he's getting criticism on this performance, if I'm being honest with you. Up next, we've seen one of the biggest boxing rivalries in recent times. Robson Conceicao is the new WBC Super Featherweight champion and one of the biggest rivalries, in my opinion, in boxing. Rematch for me needs to happen immediately. For me, Robson Conceicao against Osaki Foster. For me, Osaki Foster won that fight for me. Yeah, there's going to be criticism saying, oh, but Osaki Foster shouldn't be on the ropes then. Shouldn't be fighting on the ropes then. That's the way he fights. Simple as that. I don't think Conceicao did enough to win the fight. For me, if I'm being nice to Robson Conceicao, if I'm being nice to him, I only gave him 3 rounds. Osaki Foster dominates that fight for me. with his stiff performance. Shakur Foster using his jab a lot as well. Shakur Foster landed more of the punches than Robson Conceicao. I know people say, but Conceicao landed the cleaner shots. I'm sorry, but you don't win the fight on cleaner shots. Foster did land a lot of shots for me, and a lot of jabs, especially as well. And when is it going to end in boxing? With it's not, by the way, it's not towards Robson Conceicao. All we can say to him is well done to him, becoming a world champion for a 4th time for Robson, but he don't deserve it. Let's be real. Shakur Foster was robbed by the judges, completely robbed. This is the same as Josh Taylor, Jack Tatwell, the first fight. One way traffic, one clear winner. One clear winner for me, and for me, the rematch needs to happen immediately, because this is an absolute disgrace. Whoever were the judges needs to be sacked. They need to be sacked, simple as that. When are we going to start punishing these pretty judges who are basically human worms? Probably weren't watching the fight. They were probably more bothered about their fucking takeaways, the judges. It's not just in America, it's in England as well. It's all over the place, the judging. And it needs to be, I'm sorry, it needs to be done. It needs to be, the judges that were judging this fight, get them done. How can you go from 11-1 to a Shakur Foster to Robson Conceicao winning the fight on split decision? All over the place, absolutely all over the place, scorecards. And the Foster one, the judge who started in Foster's favour was probably more accurate. In my opinion. It's just a disgrace in boxing. It's an absolute disgrace. And it's nothing against Robson Conceicao. We shouldn't be giving him criticism. It's the judges for me. It is the judges. Donate one. I thought Conceicao would give Foster a good fight. I thought he would. But I didn't expect it to be like this. I did not expect it to be like this at all. So, yeah, rematch for me needs to happen immediately. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? It's funny that Bob Allen's all of a sudden done quiet. When it was Josh Taylor, Jack Tatwell rematch, he was down in the ring. I am not putting any more fighters to America. How about you retire, Bob Allen? How about you retire and be put in a care home? How about that? Because Topland, they're using it. They are using the plot at the moment at Topland. They are using the plot. And Eddie Hearn said it spot on. The fact that Teofimo, by the way, Teofimo Lopez, when he's on it, incredible fighter. If Teofimo Lopez is Topland's only star, they're in massive trouble. They are in massive trouble for me. And Eddie Hearn said it spot on about that. Topland have lost the plot. They have lost the plot. Bob Allen, you've had your time as a promoter now. I think you need to go. As well. But yeah, Topland, this shows that Topland had this completely using the plot. They are using the plot at the moment. Especially with now the judges, fucking corrupt judges. But yeah, Bob Allen, yeah, he stays quiet, doesn't he? Stays quiet. Choke, man. Absolute choke. Rematch needs to happen immediately for me. But anyways, up next, we saw William Sabeda. What a fighter. What a fighter, by the way. William Sabeda doing the job, stopping Tavani Tabarara in round 3 with a brutal body shot. And surely now, William Sabeda, that's a well-deserved title shot. He is number 1 in all the rankings. So he should get a title shot next. I think they'll go down the WBO route. and face WBO champion Dennis Berichet next, in my opinion. Which I think that's a great fight. I think Spider versus Berichet will be an absolute great fight. I think it'll be a tough fight at all, because Berichet, he's no mud. Ukrainians no muds either. Let's be real. And William Spider, though, he is real. He is real. He's brutal, and don't get the credit he deserves, William Spider, and he deserves a title shot next, William Spider, to see what he's really made of now, in my opinion. But yeah, brutal fighter, William Spider. Always gets the job done, and Dennis Berichet should be next for the WBO title, in my opinion. Up next, then, we saw Tayshaun Davis defeat Madueno on points. Tayshaun Davis taking a wide now decision of Madel Madueno. And for me, in terms of Tayshaun Davis' performance, I think he could have knocked him out. He could have stopped him in the 5th and 6th round. There were the rounds for me where Madel was there for the taking. So I think Tayshaun Davis does. There may be some slight criticism with Tayshaun Davis, and probably rightly so. As well. But at the end of the day, he still won comfortably, in my opinion. Still won comfortably, Tayshaun Davis. And I reckon he'll be waiting for Raymond Moratello next for in the WBO final eliminator, where I think them two will have a final eliminator and they will face the winner out Spider or Berichet, in my opinion. That's what I can see happening. That's where I think Tayshaun Davis will do next. He'll wait for Moratello. Once, obviously, Moratello, who is fighting next weekend, of course, who's fighting next weekend on the Janabek card. And I think them two will day it on, Tayshaun Davis and Raymond Moratello, in the final eliminator, in my opinion. So, a dominant win, still a dominant win for Tayshaun Davis, but he could have got the job done earlier, in my opinion, and not take it to points, in my opinion, anyways. So, up next then, we saw the top prospect, Abdullah Mason, stop Yabon in round 3. Mason does a 14-0, becomes the first person to stop Yabon in yet another impressive performance for me. And it was, I will say, it was another impressive performance, getting the job done. And I think now we need to take the right step up now. I think we need to have the right step up now for Abdullah Mason. And why not take on a former Tayshaun Davis opponent in Conceicao Partera next? That's the fight I would make next for Abdullah Mason. I really need to take the right step ups now. Partera, a former top 15 opponent, and I think that should be the next fight for Abdullah Mason. And that's the sensible next fight for Abdullah Mason, in my opinion, with the right step up for me. So yeah, but yeah, he just stood Abdullah Mason, doesn't he? He does look impressive. Yeah, the left and right hooks, man, they're brutal. They are brutal, honestly. So on to last night's card in the UK, where we saw Johnny Fitzer. It only took 30 seconds for Johnny Fitzer to get the first round KO win over Aaron Babbitt. For me, and there's going to be some harsh criticism on Babbitt from me. There's a reason why he lost a Bridgeweight. There's a reason why Babbitt lost a Bridgeweight. He's just not a good fighter. Simple as that. He's a good talker. But he's not a good fighter. Simple as that. And that's going to take away from Johnny Fitzer. But Johnny Fitzer did what he needed to do. Get the job done. Very heavy-handed Johnny Fitzer. Very powerful puncher as well. And he knocked Babbitt down inside 30 seconds, and Babbitt was already wobbling. And the referee was right. If you're all wobbling when you're standing up, when you're standing back up, yeah, the fight should be done. the fight should be stopped straight away, in my opinion. So yeah, it was a bit of a waste of time, let's be real. But not for the Johnny Fisher fans, of course. But yeah, for me, as a neutral boxing fan, it was just a waste of time, let's be real. This became a bit of a waste of time for me. And in terms of what next for Johnny Fisher, he has a massive fan base in Australia. Why not? You know what? Put him in against Dempsey team. I would actually love to see Johnny Fisher against Justice Huni. They are both with Matchroom. Try and make that fight in Australia. Two prospects up against each other. So that's another shout for me. But I reckon it'll be Dempsey team. Might actually be a good shout if they are done fight. If Fisher's done a fight in Australia next. It's still a lot of choices for Johnny Fisher. There's also the US, maybe then Cheryl Washington, who, for me, who I thought beat Chisora back in August, but obviously Chisora got favoured with the decision. Or you can have two prospects against each other, and Queensbury's top prospect, Moses Natoma, in the UK next. I don't think that's too soon. Johnny Fisher versus Moses Natoma. I think they're both at the same level. Why not make that fight next? And it don't really matter whoever uses that fight, they can still go on. They can still don't have a good career in boxing. So they're the three fights I would make next for Johnny Fisher. People be like, oh, Cheryl Washington, who just fought David Sora. Yeah, why not? I don't see why Johnny Fisher shouldn't fight between Washington or Atoma next. I think they are good fights for Johnny Fisher. They are good step-ups for Johnny Fisher as well. I think Cheryl Washington in a bad fight, in my opinion, because Cheryl Washington, for me, dominated David Sora. But David Sora got favoured the decision. So they're the fights I'll make next for Johnny Fisher. Don't get me wrong, I have been impressed, though. I have been impressed with Johnny Fisher. He has been brutal. He has been brutal, Johnny Fisher, stopping his opponents. But I think we need to take the right step ups now with Johnny Fisher, and he does need a step up now. So we do need to call a spade in terms of his opponents. It's what he should be doing. And Eddie Hearn has been giving him high praise. Eddie Hearn says he should be British and hooping level. He should achieve a lot at that level. So we'll wait and see. Elsewhere on the Fisher Brothers card, we saw Reece Biotti take a comfortable, dominant decision win over Levi Charles to retain his British and Commonwealth Super Featherweight titles. And for me, it was a comfortable win for Reece Biotti. He knows how to fight at pace, doesn't he, Reece Biotti? Reece Biotti knows how to fight at pace as well, and that's what he did in this fight. He fought at pace. Levi Charles, for me, did not do enough. He waited too long. Levi Charles, he waited too long to try and hit Biotti. So he just waited too long to try and hit. Biotti was always hitting first. And for me, it was a comfortable and dominant win for Reece Biotti. After obviously he's now back-to-back wins of Liam Dillon and Levi Charles as well. And for me, the fight I want to see next is with Michael Gomez Jr. for the British and Commonwealth Super Featherweight titles, and for Michael Gomez Jr. in this Super Featherweight title for me. Have a unification next. Imagine having that fight, I don't know, on a... Will they have it on Tactical Polkway card? Probably later. I think they'll probably have it later on. Maybe September, October time for Reece Biotti against Michael Gomez Jr. But we'll wait and see. But that will be a great fight, Reece Biotti against Michael Gomez Jr. Up next, in my opinion. So before we move on to John Headsid with his win, Che Will has said Iorca to Joshu Martinez, so we could see Chelsea Bamwood Guedes then Martinez next in the new Tyson in the new Tyson fight up next. That's where I think Chelsea Bamwood Guedes needs to do. He needs to fight for the unification next. I don't think we need to have the rematch with Estrada because it will be more brutal for Estrada if there is a rematch, in my opinion. I just think Estrada's inactiveness cost him in the first fight as well. And Chelsea Bamwood Guedes, he's the future now. Estrada was a legend. He was a legend in sport, but he's not on Ban's level now for me, Estrada. Maybe in the past, but let's be real. Chelsea Bamwood Guedes is the future. Estrada's had his time in boxing. So, but anyways, up next, as massive fans to Che Will in the comments for putting that. Was that on TV? That fight I ordered against Martinez. I don't have to watch the highlights of it. But John Hedson's technical analysis and win over US offered to win the Southern Area Cruiserweight title. Again, a dominant win. It was a dominant win from John Hedson's, a comfortable win from John Hedson's for me. Used his jab a lot. His jabs and his hooks were just landing a lot on Orford. I said in my preview, that US Orford is tastes too much punishment. For me. Obviously, it got shut out for accidental head cuts between the two of them. But I think that flatters US Orford, in my opinion. I think it flattered US, to be honest, down to technical decision, because I think John Hedson's was in full control of the fight. He had no problems at all. And for me, up next, I would like to see a Queensbury versus Matchroom bout with John Hedson and Tommy Fetzer potentially. That's the fight I would like to see next. That will be a test for John Hedson, and it will be a test for Tommy Fetzer. Both at the same level then. I think they're both at the same level. I think that's the perfect matchup to make, in my opinion. So, yeah, I don't think US Orford is any good. Yes, we will. I said in my preview, he just gets hit easy. So I'm not really shocked by this win for John Hedson, in my opinion. But as we now move on to the final fight we're done through, let me read the comments. Junto Nakatani versus Ban would be, oh wow, yeah, you got a shout there. That would be an absolute great fight. That's another good one. That's another great fight. Nakatani, he don't get the credit he deserves either, does he? In terms of the pound for pound hits, Nakatani. So, imagine that in Japan. That'll be a great fight. Nakatani against Ban Guedes. Look at that. Two fighters who don't get the credit they deserve in terms of pound for pound hits. It's all right talking about Arsenal and Usyk. Like you saw, we're talking about Usyk, Inoue, Crawford. They're right being spoken about. But these two, Bam and Nakatani, they need to be mentioned for me. They need to be mentioned because I don't think Tan Davis has been active enough to be in the top 5, but certainly in the top 10. Oh, massive appreciation to you, mate. Thanks for subscribing. I do appreciate that. I have both of my pound for pound hits. Yeah, I do as well. You need to be active as well. You do need to be active. And I know Bataviev is done being on a pound for pound, yes, but then he's like Tan Davis. He's not really been active. He's not been active enough for me. So I think them two need to be. But yeah, exactly. Usyk, Crawford, and Inoue are the big three for me. probably in any order, but I think Usyd's top of that yes at the moment with his demolition job on Tyson Fury, which it was a demolition job on Tyson Fury. Let's see what 12th does in a couple of weeks' time, then smash him off. And I don't know when Inoue next fighting. I think Inoue is fighting in September. I think that's been next mentioned for Noah Inoue. So, but we'll wait and see. But the final fight we're done with through is Yasmina Sopotosna defeating Macy Ward's Courtney to clear a unanimous points decision win. And we'll more say he set up a hooping super flyweight title class with Corey Robson, which was going to be for the winner. And Macy Ward's Courtney, very disappointing. She was very disappointing. Don't get me wrong, I had Macy Ward's Courtney to win on points, but I did say it would be a close fight. Because Yasmina, she's got the resume. She's been at hooping level before. Well experienced, Yasmina as well. And it just shows, for me, Macy Ward is probably overhyped. She's probably overhyped. She's getting overhyped and overrated for me. And I was watching the fight last night, and what does she bring? What does Macy Ward bring compared to Yasmina? Yasmina, she was clinical on the counter punching, and Yasmina as well. Yasmina was just too good for her in terms of the counter punching. Macy Ward, she was shocking. She was shocking in the first half of the fight, and people will say, "Oh, but you can't criticise these prospects." No, we can't. We should criticise these prospects because they get overhyped by Eddie Hearn, for example, and you sat there thinking, "Where's the hype? Where's the hype with her?" So she's been found out. She was found out against Yasmina, and Yasmina, I think she's got a huge chance to Chloe Watson as well. I think that'll be a good fight. That'll be a good hooping title class next. Chloe Watson, by the way, who is way better than Macy Ward, don't get me wrong. But Yasmina's got a chance of winning that fight as well. As for Macy Ward's Courtney, I think the fight what's next for Macy is the Shannon. Why not make the Macy Ward versus Shannon Wyan fight? The user retired. Well, the user's career is done. Simple as that. Between Macy and Shannon Wyan. That's the fight to make next. And that's probably the perfect matchup because they're both at the same level for me. A bit like Shannon Wyan. Shannon Wyan got caught out, then got found out as Emma Doran. And by the way, Emma Doran needs to be in this conversation as well. Probably up next with Yasmina. So a lot of options next with Yasmina. As for Macy Ward, I think the user does home fight against Shannon Wyan for me in terms of boxing career. So that's what should happen next. And Yasmina, fair play to her. I was one. Because I went for Macy Ward on the hype. Yeah, I wanted to see what the hype was all about. So that's what I sometimes do with predictions. Well, if she's not all this hype, she must be good. And let's be real, she's not. Maybe Macy Ward needs to get on the Conor Ben diet. If all the boxing fans like that. Because I know Conor Ben could test Macy Ward a lot. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Macy Ward should have 30 heads for a preference to try and pump her up and choose her up. Who knows? Obviously, I'm not advising her to get juiced up, by the way, because I have strong opinions. But I'm being sarcastic about the Conor Ben thing because Conor Ben is another one who's overhyped Macy Ward. And by the way, Conor Ben. Before I say Conor Ben. If we get onto Conor Ben, John Hedges for me, John Hedges has achieved more than Conor Ben. John Hedges has already achieved more than Conor Ben. I mean, it's unbelievable. And Conor Ben wants to fight fucking. Sorry for swearing, but he wants to fight for he wants these big fights. Give over. Honestly, I've always said about Conor Benn. He's not even at area level yet. But I know it's still not topic, but it's kind of relating to Maisie Ward's. But yeah, yes, hope Conor Benn does his takes his medicine and does a ban. But yeah, that's my review on that. But let's read these comments. Sepeda, shout out to him. Nice stoppers. I had to see Sepeda versus Shakur Stevenson next. Yep, another great fight. I would love to see that fight. I see Shakur Stevenson and Sepeda, but I think when Sepeda will go down the WBO route and he will fight Dennis Berechik next, in my opinion. I know Otterdale Holly's been mentioning Berechik's name, so I think they will go with that next. I think Shakur Stevenson's been signed with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I think that was his last fight at top one, in my opinion. And if I'm Shakur Stevenson, I said it earlier, I would be signing with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Because they're doing well globally, the zone, let's be real, as well. So if I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'm signing with Eddie Hearn. Simple as that. Conor Benn before the Chuds test fail was looking at the beats. Exactly, it made sense. It made sense. Conor Benn, before he failed the Chuds test, he was actually good. Conor Benn. And since then, when he's been having these stupid fights in America, he's looked awful. He has looked awful against I've forgotten the Mexican's name that he beat in his first fight back, and Peter Dobson. He was awful. He was awful against Peter Dobson, Conor Benn. But we all know what Conor Benn's doing at the moment. 2 years. It's been 2 years, and he's trying to find loopholes to try and not get banned. This is going on forever. This stupid saga with Conor Benn. And the British board, by the way, aren't a PM. There's a PM as well. For the way they've handled it, they should have just banned him straight away. It don't matter about, go to court. Ban him straight away if he's not willing to face the board. But I've said it numerous times on my channel. We know what's gonna happen. Conor Benn will get a backdated ban, and he won't be banned. Simple as that. He won't be banned because it wouldn't shock me if he's already took the backdated ban all these years, in my opinion. So he'll get away with it, Conor Benn. He'll get away with it, and we're gonna have the Chris Eubank Jr. Conor Benn fight after Chris Eubank Jr. has fought Canelo Alvarez, which I think Eubank's gonna do. By the way, I think he will fight Canelo Alvarez because the money makes sense for Eubank. And it's another cherry pick opponent for Canelo Alvarez as well. Is Conor Benn still suspended from fighting in the UK? Yep, he is, mate. He's still suspended. He has been suspended since he failed the test in October. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled by TI. Was it TI time where Eddie Hearn said, yeah, he's cleared to fight in the UK? Oh, he's cleared to fight in the UK. Fight in the UK then. But straight away, he's fighting in America. So yeah, he's not cleared. He's not cleared then, is he? And he's not cleared because he's not faced Rickard Beatty. Simple as that. It doesn't matter what the WBC say. Oh yeah, it was contaminated eggs, or it doesn't, or it was, what else was there? Oh yeah, but father cleared him. Nonsense. You should face UCAD and the British board, which he has not done. For 2 years, and he still hasn't done it. It's all nonsense. These interviewing Frank Smith and Eddie Hearn at the moment, saying any update on Conor Benn? Yeah, we're still talking. It's the same answer as 2 years ago. Yeah, we're still talking with the board. I mean, that's a long conversation, isn't it? For 2 years, a long conversation. How about this bloody banning? How comes Wayne Garcia? By the way, I don't agree. I think Wayne Garcia should be getting more of a ban for me. But how comes Wayne Garcia that's dealt with quickly is that? Dylan White, 6-month ban, and now he's back. Dylan White. How hard is it, Connor? How hard is it to speak with the board and hear your name? And people will say, oh, well, Dylan White's still not cleared because he's fighting Iron. Oh, I mean, come on, Iron's in the fucking UK. So he's been cleared, Dylan White. Let's be real. He's been cleared. Simple. But Conor Benn and his team trying to find loopholes. And Tony Sims, by the way, the way he's done around, I'm sorry for don't understand, but the way Tony Sims has done around, smirking at everyone, yeah, I'll do an interview with you, when he's the one injecting drugs into Conor Benn. He should be banned. The trainer should be banned as well. And the fighters, and now it makes me question the fighters under Tony Sims. Have they been taking drugs as well? Joe Tordina, for example. So Tony Sims, it's all right him going around smirking. He's culpable. He's the one most culpable injecting drugs into Conor Benn. So it's told spade a spade. I am not letting Tony Sims get away with it. I'm not letting him get away with criticism when he should be. Honestly, he should be banned as well. The whole Conor Benn team and Eddie Hearn should be punished for the way he handled the situation, for still trying to get the fight on with Chris Eubank Jr. Come on, let's call a spade. But that's Boston. That's Boston for you. 1 over. It looked bad seeing Shakur home fans step up and leave their win in the 10th round. I don't know if it's just you, mate. But I don't read that the criticism for Shakur Stevenson. Which, for me, we just can't win. You just can't win in boxing. If you knock someone out, oh yeah, but you should be knocking them out. If you win on points, oh, it's an embarrassing performance. We can't win. We can't win in boxing. And I have defended Shakur Stevenson a lot. I've defended him a lot. I think he's in the Devin Haney type. Where he's not knocking opponents out, and he's not getting praise for it at all. Shakur Stevenson is a boxer, same with Devin Haney. They are boxers. They are not punters. They're still good punters, don't get me wrong. But they are boxers. Simple as that. What do you think about Ben Whittaker? Is he the real deal? If he stops showboating, disrespecting his opponents in the win, then I think Ben Whittaker, he's a talent. He is special. I don't get me wrong. He is a special talent. He's got the ability, but I have not been impressed with him recently. He should be putting these opponents away, not disrespecting them, showboating, trying to be Nassim Hamid. Look, if he can showboat and back it up, then fair play. That's all we can say. It's fair play. But he's not in the Nassim Hamid category at the moment. That's what he's trying to be. So I'm a bit frustrated with Ben Whittaker, just with his showboat and disrespecting his opponents. But boxing ability wise, I think he's great. I mean he's great boxing ability wise. He just doesn't need to do the showboating. I just don't know why he does it, honestly. And he needs to take the right step up now, Ben Whittaker. He now needs a top 15 opposition. If he's going to disrespect these opponents, these little step-ups, baby steps, then he needs to fight a top 15 opposition next. Let's see if he does it then. Which he will. He will still do it. But let's see if he can back it up. Canelo versus Ubon is terrible. I can't respect Canelo's decisions anymore. Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, Mundia, come on. We all knew that was going to be an easy win for Canelo Alvarez. John Wilder, come on. John Wilder's in a retirement pension home. Who else is Canelo Alvarez for? Jamel Charlo, who is 2 weights below him at super welterweight, who's now probably going to move up to middleweight now, Jamel Charlo, because he's done at super welterweight, because he's done everything. He's been undisputed there. And now, Chris Ruban Jr. By the way, I've had a different opinion on this Canelo Ruban thing. If Chris Ruban Jr. gets the right trainer, if he's under ball mark, he actually has a chance against Canelo Alvarez. I actually believe that. But I'm just worried about Chris Ruban Jr.'s mentality, which is all about money. And that's a dangerous sign for me. That's another Jamel Charlo for me. Another Jamel Charlo fight where you just go in there to survive and just take the massive paycheck. Which I'm worried that Ruban's going to do. Because I actually think Ruban Jr., he can win middleweight titles. He can win the titles at middleweight. Because middleweight is a shocking division. It is shocking. Janabek lost to Denzel Bentley, in my opinion. And Denzel Bentley ended up using to Nathan Heaney. What does that tell you about the middleweight division? Which is why I've been so frustrated with Chris Ruban Jr., why he's not been getting these title shots at middleweight and try and win a world title in this division. But it's Ruban Jr., he only cares about money. Simple as that. I like to see Shakur get his hands done more with combination. He uses a lot of single shots and admires his work. Yeah, I understand. See, that's fair criticism. That is fair criticism. But I don't agree with the people leaving the arena. I mean, come on. Ruban has a better shot than Beyond, in my opinion. Exactly. It's a dud cherry pick. It's actually the best out of the cherry pick opponents. But I still think Canelo Alvarez wins for me. I still think Canelo wins. But I don't think it'd be as easy as people make out if Ruban is on the ball mat. It's all about the trainer for me. Because Ruban only seemed to listen to ball mat and his dad. His dad at the start of the career. So, but I am done you for there anyways. Massive appreciation for your comments. Done you for there for my Boxing with Food show. Massive appreciation to Jay Will in the comments. Thanks for the subscribe, mate. I do constant boxing content every week, and obviously my next video will be my Netherlands versus England match preview. Come on England, the courts. So stay tuned for that match preview. And tomorrow, there will be an F1 British Grand Prix review coming this upcoming week. Tomorrow, my choice versus Dave Tesora boxing preview and full card preview will be out. And you'll be shocked about who I've done for to win on that card. I'm not saying which fight it is, but I have done for a shocked fighter to win. And what else have I got coming up? But yeah, stay tuned anyway, stay tuned. There will be obviously career mode content for FIFA, or obviously my career mode content will still be continuing. That will be Monday to Friday every week. Same with F1 as well, F1 career mode. World Match Day Darts, Match Day first round predictions will be coming out tomorrow as well. So yeah, a lot of content. I'm always a busy man. Yeah, nice talking with you, mate. always great to have comments. Obviously, I don't really care about YouTube. I just do it to give my own opinion. Do the video, then go on. Well, not go on, but yeah, and for that. But yeah, massive appreciate you commenting, getting your opinions in. And I don't really care. Like I said, I don't care about YouTube. I don't beg for subs. I don't buy subs either. I started this channel in October. And already I'm over 200 subs. This shows what you can do when you're not bedding. When you're not bedding for subs, likes, views, etc. I just do this, give my own opinion on anything. Simple as that. Simple as that. I don't care if people don't like my opinion. I respect your opinion, but we can agree to disagree sometimes. But I will leave it there anyways. If you want to see some playback, feel free to leave your thoughts down below. If you want to see some playback, take care, stay safe, and have a good rest of the day, everyone. And my Netherlands vs England preview will be out after this, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, have a good rest of the day, everyone. And feel free to leave your thoughts down below on all the topics we've spoke about in the comments.